Here's what I want you to see. I want you to see this right now, that you don't have to pay all of that. I'm going to teach you in just a couple of minutes here how to read this thing and how we can engage in what's called interest cancellation. Interest cancellation. So here's what we're going to look at, folks. Let's look at payment number one. We're saying it's in January. We make January's mortgage payment of $2,398.20. $2,000 goes to interest. $398.20 is deducted from our $400,000 loan. And the principal balance is $399,601.80. Okay, you walked in with swag. You said, listen, always approved, never denied. I got my money. All right. And the bank wants me to pay them rent on that money, and I'm not going to pay them. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make that payment in January. And I need you to take a look at February's principal payment here. February's principal payment. Okay. So we're going to look at February's principal payment of $400.19. Now we're in January, but I can see February's principal payment. And the question is, now this is not how the P.I.L.L method works. I'm just right now sharing with you how to read an amortization schedule and how not to pay the interest. Okay. So we're looking at February's principal payment of $400.19. Do I have to wait till February to give the bank that $400? You know, I may have that in the bank, and I can show you how you can leverage even the money you're putting away for your escrow account, your own private escrow, your own private money that you're putting away to pay your taxes and insurance. I can show you how to leverage that. Okay. So we've got $400 here. We got $400 and the bank wants that next month. Can I pay that to them this month if I had it? Could I give them the $400.19 early? If I did, that's called a principal prepayment. All of that money goes to principal. All $400.19 goes to principal, and I'm paid down to line 2 on the amortization schedule, where I owe $399,201.61 in January. So the bank has to use that number, the $399,201.61, to figure out my interest payment for the next month for February. So now they have to use this number. So now I have to look at line 3. If I'm paid all the way down to line 2 already, my February payment is on line 3 of this amortization schedule. And I want to make this ultimately and extremely clear. We just eliminated line 2, one line from a 360-month amortization schedule, 360-month payment schedule. You just got rid of one of the months for only $400.19. And not the $2,398.20 they were looking for. Line 2 is gone for $400.19. And your next mortgage payment is on line 3 for February. What do you all think of that? And what happened to the $1,998 and a penny? What happened to that on line 2? On line 2, the bank was looking to get $1,998 and a penny, but you gave them the $400 early. Do you realize you skipped over that? Interest payments you skip, what? Don't matter. You just eliminated that. You never have to pay that now. Your total interest amount that the bank was looking for has been reduced by nearly $2,000 for giving them the $400 early. Oh my goodness. What if we make our mortgage payment here? I need you to see something, because we have some people who have some money in the bank. Okay, just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. If we wanted to, we make our mortgage payment, and then we take the $400 on line 2, the $402 on line 3, and the $404 on line 4. Folks, that's $1,206. $1,206. If I prepay that, if I make my regular mortgage payment and I take $1,200 out of the bank and apply it to this mortgage in 1 month, it saves me nearly $6,000 in interest. And my next mortgage payment is on line 5. Line 5. I just knocked out 3 mortgage payments I never have to make for just $1,200. Listen, folks, I need you to get this. Get this. For $1,200, you knock out 3 payments. but my actual mortgage payment is $2,398 a month. If I do it the bank's way, it's going to take me 4 months to do it. And the 4 months that I do it in, that they want me to do it, I will pay this loan down by $1,600, and I will already paid them $7,988.02 in interest in just the first 4 months. Or I can find a way to give them $1,200 early and save about almost $6,000. In fact, here's how much I will actually save if I do that early. $5,994.02. Interest I never have to pay. Folks, if that's not powerful, I don't know what is. You need to take a look at this. If I'm in this loan for 1 year, okay, I will pay this loan down by $4,912.02. You know, we spent time in helping you to level up your credit score and get it healthy. All right. Now we're going to make your financial literacy even more healthy and learn how to borrow money at a discount. I need you to see that by paying this loan down in 12 months, you'll pay it down by $4,912.02. But the bank wants from you $23,866.38 in just the first year. So here's my question. Do you have to pay the $4,912 that you're eventually going to give the bank? Do you have to give it to them in 12 monthly installments? Think about it. Do you have to give it to them in 12 monthly installments? Now, I'm not recommending this. This is just food for thought. If I got it out of the bank and gave it to the bank in month 1, do you realize I'm paid all the way down to line 12 in just 1 month? I skip all the interest payments between line 2 and line 12. I just paid the mortgage down to the same point I would in 1 year. I did it in 1 month. I paid it down by $4,912.02. I'm already down there in just 1 month. I skipped 11 months worth of interest payments I don't have to make for a total of, here we go, $21,888.84 in interest I never have to pay. Oh my goodness. And folks, by the time we're through with this, the bank wants $463,000 in interest. $463,000 in interest they want on this loan. What if we can walk in and say, we don't want to give you $463,352. We don't want to give you that. What if you could know ahead of time that you can pay less than $150,000 in interest to do the exact same thing, to own this house, not for giving the bank $463,000, but what if you could give them less than $150,000 instead, without changing your budget and without sacrificing lifestyle? You can live well and do this. If we disrupt the bank's timing, it makes it impossible for them to charge you interest. Oh my goodness. Listen, we want to make sure that you're doing the right thing for yourself. Okay? I want you to know that not only can you walk into the bank in this inflationary time with a healthy credit profile, walk in there with swag, and you can just have it in your mind over and over and over again. Always approved, never denied. Always approved, never denied. And now you're going to walk out. I'm going to be a home owner, not just a home buyer. I'm going to pay this loan off. I know you want me to stay in it for 30 years, but we're going to be in there for just 7 years. If you want to know the month, day, and year you could be debt free, I need you right now to go to ice10k.com. You can know the month, day, and year you will be debt free and how much interest you could save. Also, you need to get the book. Start teaching your children these concepts. The reason why we're stuck where we are is because we've had 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years worth of indoctrination doing it the bank's way. Let's get this information over to our children so they are not renters of money their entire life.
But Don has some valuable information that can contribute to the quality of a person's life. And it only costs you a few dollars. It's his book. Why not get that?
I'm going to go through the P.I.L. method myself with some of my investment properties. So I'm going to link up with Don, and then I'm going to sit down with him, show him my investment portfolio, and see how I can eliminate interest.